Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumbles. Today, I'm here to bring you guys yet another game review. And the game that I'm reviewing today is Semblance. Now, this game costs $9.99 on the Steam Marketplace, and it is also available on Nintendo Switch. Now, before we go any further, I do have to ask you guys all a favor. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really helps me out. I love building up my community. It helps you keep up to date with what is going on Mumbles. I try to release daily videos. You know the drill, guys. If you haven't subscribed, just please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Now let's get back into this review. What is Semblance about? Blob on blob action. Blob on blob. It is blob on blob. Blob on blob. Get your minds out of the gutter. This is a cute and fun game. Basically, the story behind this game, there's not much of a story behind it, but basically how it goes is this. You take control of a nameless blob. Some other species of blob comes and basically attacks your homeland, and you have to go through all these different puzzles to save your homeland. That's basically what Semblance is about. But hang with me. It is also about manipulating your environment, which I'm going to talk about more in the gameplay section. So just hang in there. This game might be a diamond in the rough. So first off, graphic-wise, this game is cute. It's beautiful. I love the graphics of this game. They are so detailed and pretty. Now, they're not detailed in as much as that, you know, oh, the main character is really detailed. You can really see the dimples on his... No. What I mean by detailed is that the background of each stage has some kind of cool, awesome design that really makes you feel like you're in the game. And the graphics are just spectacular in this game. I definitely love games like this. Now, soundtrack-wise, this game is going to get labeled like a lot of games that I review do. Gaming elevator music. For those of you that are out there, you know that this is something that I talk about all the time. Gaming elevator music. Now, what do I mean by this? Basically, this game has nice background music, but it's nothing that, you know, oh my gosh, they got such and such a band to play. No, it's just gaming elevator music. Nice background music to keep you entertained. This game has some nice background music to keep you entertained. Nothing spectacular, nothing great, but solid. Now, control-wise, the controls are very basic and very easy to use. Basically, how it works is you have your arrow keys, which move you up, down, left, and right. Then you have your spacebar, which controls your dash. And then you have a reset button. Very simple, very easy to use. Mumbles, why would you need a reset button? Work with me here. Coming up in the gameplay section and you will understand. Okay, now let's talk about the gameplay. Now, throughout this game, you're going to be collecting orbs. And they're usually put up in some area that you just simply cannot reach by conventional methods of jumping and using your dash. So what do? Remember that reset button I told you about? I know you do, because you guys were listening. That reset button is because you can manipulate the environment. Now, I know you're seeing it in my gameplay video right now. So, as you can see in that, you can dash into things and actually manipulate the environment. Let's say you can't jump high enough to get to one of the orbs. You dash up into it, and it moves up. You jump onto it, then you do another jump, and you're good to go. You're up there. Let's say you can't get to the next area. You just simply move the block by jumping into it. You can manipulate different parts of the environment. It is such a unique and awesome game. I love that they made it that you can do this manipulation of the environment. It's not a lot that you see game companies actually mess with the environment, and this is one that does that. I do want to point out that this game does a great job of keeping you on your toes and changing things up. A lot of games, I will say, they're repetitive. This is not one of those games. This does a great job of changing things up, giving you different puzzles, giving you different ways to do things. It even introduces different elements as you get later into the game, like a laser beam. I'm not going to cover a lot into that, but I'm just saying, it's got a lot of new things going on with it, so it keeps you entertained and having fun. Now let's get into the con section. My first con is story. The story in this game doesn't have much of one, and I would have liked to see a really great story added to this game because I think it can help the game so much. My second and final con is puzzle difficulty. At times, I found myself walking around like, I see I can manipulate this platform, but I don't know what to do with it. And this game can be rather difficult puzzle-wise, and it can be frustrating. So those are really my only two cons, very small cons. So let's get into my actual review of this game, my actual score. Semblance, you're a great little game. I love what you've done with it. This studio deserves a lot of credit for taking a mechanic and really building onto it. But the thing is, as I talked about in the cons section, story. You don't really have one. If this game had a knockdown story, lockdown story, or gave us some kind of background information, this game would easily be a 9. But it doesn't. And therefore, I gotta give it a 7 out of 10. It's a unique game. It's different. It's fun. It's awesome. But it's not a AAA title, guys. It's just not. It doesn't have the story to support being a AAA title. I can't give it an 8. I just don't feel it deserves an 8. So I'm giving it a 7. I think it's a fair score. If you like unique games, if you're interested in this, please do check it out. I will put the link into the description to the game itself. And yeah, guys, this is my review of Semblance. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Please smack that subscribe button, smack that like button, and smack all those buttons. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.